Hi everyone. So here is the stream reveal. I'm going to play Final Fantasy VIII. Um, don't be discouraged about being an old game. I'm going to play it with a twist. I saw it being played by someone else on YouTube before, and I thought that it was really interesting. So I decided that when I wanted to play the game like this, I would stream it because I think it's really interesting material to have a live stream with. It adds a very interesting twist to the game. So the randomizer is called Maelstrom, and it's it basically randomizes everything that the game will um, will give you. The draws, the abilities, the the boss encounters are randomized, and I think it makes really good content. So uh, I'm starting off with that. Final Fantasy VIII is one of my favorite Final Fantasy games. It was the first Final Fantasy game I played, and I think it's an interesting homage to be the first game I am streaming. So um, let's go. I'll show you. I won't go into details uh, on how to set up the randomizer for Final Fantasy VIII, but I'm going to show you the settings I'm going to use for the playthrough now. So, without further ado, let me change my screen. And this is the Maelstrom um, screen. So I've downloaded it from um, from GitHub from Sleepy Bunny. That's the creator of the mod. I'm going to put a link in the description to his website in case you're interested in trying the mod yourself. And I downloaded the current version 0.5. This says 0.5, but it's 0.5.3, the current version. Uh, and this works on the both on the original version and remastered versions of the game. So once you download it, you don't need to install anything. You just get a folder and a zip folder. You extract the contents of the folder to any folder of your choice. And the first thing you need to do is open the maelstrom.exe file and go to config and select the executable for Final Fantasy VIII. So you just hit browse. The the program will already know to go to the correct file, just need to the correct folder, sorry. You just need to select the executable file for the game. And then we can randomize basically everything we want. We can randomize the shops, and we can randomize the key items that the shops sell, the summon items, magazines, and pocket station items. I'm going to activate all of it. I'm also going to activate the random junk shops. So this means that the requisites for the weapon upgrades are random in terms of what the items you'll need are, as well as the quantities, with a limit of 200, 2500 gil and 200 of each item. I'm going to randomize drop points, and I'm going to allow slot spells from Selphie's Limit Break to be drawable from enemies and drop points. I'm going to allow spells that were cut from the game, Percent and Catastrophe, but I'm not going to allow Apocalypse. Apocalypse is a spell that's only drawable from the final boss in the game, so I'm not going to allow for this. And I'm not going to allow for free roam either. Free roam would allow us to go anywhere during the game. No need to follow the story. I don't want to do this. I want to play a normal playthrough, but just with the um, randomized drop points and spells and stuff. So, continuing. Battle. I want to randomize bosses, and I'm going to allow duplicates. This means that bosses can appear more than once. Of course, it will mean that there are also bosses who will probably not appear in the playthrough. Next, I'm also going to randomize the enemy drops, and again, I'm going to allow for key items, summon items, magazines, and pocket station items to drop. And the drop quantity will also be random between 1 and 8. I'm going to randomize steals as well, same logic as before. And I'm going to randomize the draw list from enemies. I'm going to say that enemies will have 4 spells each. So every time I want to draw something from an enemy, that enemy will have 4 different spells to draw from. And again, I'm going to allow slot spells and cut spells. I'm not going to allow Apocalypse. And I'm going to activate the Fair Play option, which means that enemies can use random spells from these random spells that they have at their disposal. So let's say that a bomb right in the beginning of the game has the end in their spell list. They can potentially use the end against me, and that's it. Hopefully that won't happen, but I'm going to let them use what they have. Next, for GFs, we can randomize the abilities that GFs have and can learn. I'm going to randomize that as well. I'm going to guarantee the basics, so magic, GF, item, and draw are required for each GF. I'm going to activate no menu duplicates because, come on, that's just nasty. Okay, and I'm going to allow item exclusive abilities. So abilities that GFs would need to learn from using an item. I'm not going to swap sets. This would just randomize the abilities between GFs. I don't want to do that. Just want to randomize the abilities that they have. It's going to turn into an interesting twist. So maybe instead of having cards from Quetzalcoatl right at the beginning of the game, I might end up not having card at all, or I might have it only on one of the optional GFs later in the game, like Tonberry King or Eden. Cards. I don't play a lot of cards, so I'm not going to randomize this, but it's also an option. So rare cards could be with anyone, any NPC in the game that plays cards. I'm not going to activate this because I don't. I like triple try, don't get me wrong, but I don't like it to the point that I'm going to play each and every NPC just to find the special cards. And we can also randomize music and start the game with one the end spell in the inventory. I'm not going to activate any of these two options. Right, so now that I have made my selections, I press go and well, saving data. Okay, I have now my game randomized. Let's see what I get. All right, everybody. I'll share my seed uh, below in the description so you can play the same world, the same randomized version of Final Fantasy VIII as I am playing. If you want to, I hope you like it, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye.